Hey everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, we've got a CoinsKid crew. So what we're looking for here, we've got this big monster head and shoulders pattern at the moment, which is quite a negative pattern. But inside of this pattern as well, I do believe we've got some kind of broadening bottom pattern. And something that Cardano is doing so far, it's holding this May low that it put in on May the 12th, I believe it was. And you can see you've got this leg here, you've got this support, you've got this resistance. You had another retest of that support and resistance, and you come back down. You're holding that support into resistance of 20 again, and then you got that resistance support test retest, sorry. And right there you can see you're coiling up here. You see this apex. You get really close, some kind of apex here, this resistance, and what you're doing, you're breaking out right here. Okay, now the last time we broke out a key level resistance like this was this resistance, forced back down into support, creating this trend line. Do you see that? Which is the potential neckline of a large head and shoulders pattern like this. Okay, and a potential, this is the thing, it's two patterns of a huge broadening bottom pattern that Cardano's adhering to. So I mean, the last time that we broke this trend line, okay, look at what happened. We melted faces and retested that trend line, creating that touch, okay, creating that level of resistance. And right now, potentially we could have a looking glass because you've broken this trend line. Okay, I wish I could tell you conclusively 100% you're going to do this, guys, but it's trading. This is what it is, support and resistance. We've got a lot of work to do. But one thing I do like is the fact that Cardano has held this low. Okay, it's one of the first altcoins that's kind of bottomed out here and creating a big monster reversal pattern over a long period of time, which is what you want to see. Like I said to you, you don't want to build them sort of V-shaped recoveries, you know, because they're dead cat bounces basically, and the more they come up, the quicker to come back down. So you want to create a kind of reversal bottom or some kind of signature bottom, or you know, just build a base, and that's exactly what it looks like Cardano is potentially doing here. But to negate this big monster bearish pattern, head and shoulders pattern like this, we have to come up and we have to take out that high. Okay, if we start to do that, then this bearish pattern that I've shown you, made you aware of, because this is what happens, patterns become, you know, they appear as price action starts to sort of mature and everything in the charts here. You know, you can't foresee big monster patterns or any kind of patterns until obviously the price action creates them. So what I'm telling to you is right now is that to negate this big head and shoulders pattern, Cardano has to do one thing, and it's break out and come up to this white trend line right now. And if it does start to do that, okay, which is potentially a looking glass because we're breaking out here, okay, look at that, we're breaking out like we did there. What happened? Forced into a corner, apex, boom, broke out. Forced into this corner, apex, boom, break out. So have we got a looking glass here? You know, I wish I could tell you 100% Cardano's going to do that, and it's going to negate this big bearish pattern. But if it does do that, wow, you know, this is some kind of broadening bottom pattern here. And if you do start to break this level of resistance and close outside, fantastic area on the retest of support to ride it up, because that's a very strong bullish reversal pattern. Again, you know, if you do start to come down here, like I said to you, close below this red line, which you've been holding as support just there for Cardano, if you do start to come down like this, then yeah, you're confirming this monster head and shoulders pattern where you're going to consistently come down and you're going to potentially sweep them lows right there. And this correction is not over here for Cardano. So we're looking for the Bitcoin correction to hold as well. But you know, Cardano is showing a lot of strength here at the moment. It's sort of coming up like this, coiling up, isn't it? So again, no guarantees, but what we could have here is a potential W double bottom pattern just there. Okay, and you can see you've got a low, you got a low, and you got a beautiful W double bottom pattern. So that's key resistance, and you can see it's right on the 20 EMA. So if you start to see Cardano come up and close above that, wow, you know, you could be looking at a retest of that, because the technical target of a W double bottom pattern is from there to there. And you can see if you start to break out, you're on that white trend line just there, and you're taking out this eye, negating the head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so this is what it is. You know, it's trading, it's price action. No one's got a crystal ball. But one thing that I want to tell you right now is, in this process here, we are creating a bullish divergence, because we're creating a series of lower lows in the price action, and each time we come in bouncing off this trend line, we're creating a beautiful high lows in the RSI. So that's actually called a bullish divergence. Now Cardano's got a lot of work to do. Okay, you know, I'm not saying it's completely out of the woods and it's not going to roll here and not negate this big head and shoulders pattern. Like I've said to you, if you start to roll here, you've got a big breakdown. I think it's round to about 28 cents, isn't it? If you do start to close below this red trend line here, you would be confirming that sort of roll and that action right there, okay, for Cardano. But you're breaking out of this level of resistance, which is technically quite bullish, because look, you've been coming down here, resistance, you've broken out, forced into a corner like you did here, resistance, 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 forced into a corner, and then you got your big breakout to the white trend line. So like I said to you, down here it was a really good opportunity to go long with really tight stop loss, okay, really tight stop loss on this low, because you're negating it. So from here right now, if I retest that trend line, you know, you could be looking at a monster long around about 54% on Cardano if you get up to there, okay, which is a big if obviously. So if you do start to see Cardano come up over the next few days and starts to close above that, I do think you're in a technical target, a W double bottom pattern here, you know, and you've got a lovely little reversal, boom, you're on that white trend line and you're negating this, and what you're doing, you're putting in a beautiful broadening bottom pattern, of which you break that resistance up there, wow, fireworks here for Cardano moving forward. So, you know, if we look on the hourly time frame here, one thing you need to see, this is a nice bullish pattern just there, one thing you need to see is consistently staying above these EMAs. So what you've got is this resistance just there, look at this, okay, so you've got that resistance, and right now you look as though you're creating some kind of ascending triangle on this resistance. So if you start to pop, you're going to be retesting that trend line from there to there. From there to there, that's your technical target. You can see you start to break that resistance just there, you're going to be at 53 cents, retesting that, and potentially got this large W double bottom pattern at play here for Cardano moving forward, okay. So it's all tradable from there to there. If you start to see Cardano come up and close above that 050, you've got a lovely little trade, minimal to 5371. Just there, if you take a look at this, look, it's all reversal patterns just there. This is essentially what you've got here. Look, you've got this W double bottom pattern just there for Cardano. You know, I'll teach you everything just there. Ascending triangle, W double bottom pattern, broke out, fell back to support, fantastic place to go long, came back up, retest, boom. You know, you've come up and met the technical target. Look at the technical target of that W double bottom pattern. It's from there all the way down to there, and you can see, boom, you've come up and met the technical target. And this is right now where you're finding this resistance, and you're coiling up, just like you did here, coiling up, coiling up, coiling up, broke out. You're coiling up, coiling up, coiling up, potentially break out, fall back to support, start to come up and attack that high. Like I said to you, if you get through that, I think you're up there. I think you're up there on that white line up here, okay? Which is amazing, isn't it? 54% long up from down this low here, okay? So that's basically Cardano. You know, I'll try and keep you updated as best as I can, but it looks like it's breaking out right now, to be fair. What we've got, 12 minutes. Wow, if you get the close in 12 minutes above that, fantastic. One thing you've not done here is tested this 55 EMA since way back there. So if you do start to get rejected here and come in, the 55 EMA could be a fantastic entry point. That currently sits at 04863, and you could enter that and your stop loss be somewhere down here, you know, on this high, on this low down. No, actually your stop loss would be here. You see that? Because that would negate this trade, because you'd be rolling here, potentially creating some kind of double bottom, double M top pattern here. You start to lose that. That's a bearish pattern. You're actually running into resistance. You're coming down basically. I'm trying to be quick because I'm trying to get out. So a trade here could be on the 55 EMA on the hourly time frame at 04863, and your stop loss could be this low just there, okay, at 04794. Happy trading, everyone. You can do all this on Bybit. You know, don't over leverage. Don't be a degen. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Cardano. Stay off, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.